Besides the new and amazing cruise ships coming out in 2024, there are some exciting and even some surprising cruise trends that are on their way. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now forgive me, I am in a hotel room right now in Florida, about to get on a cruise though in a couple of days. But I've been collecting cruise news and cruise trends over the last couple of months that I did want to share with you in this video today. Now, some of them we've definitely heard about. They have made some big news this year, but other stories seem to have gone under the radar, but I think that they are really interesting things for us to know if we are cruising in 2024 and beyond. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number one, we have to talk about the brand new and exciting cruise ships that are coming out this year, namely the Icon of the Seas. That is Royal Caribbean's brand new biggest ship in the world at over 250,000 tons. But beyond that, we have other cruise ships that are coming out this year, including Sun Princess. Now that is part of the Sphere class, which is a completely new class for Princess. We also have Cunard that is coming out with Queen Anne, and we have Disney Treasure, which definitely is bringing a lot of excitement on the way. Now there are not just the mega ships, but we also have luxury ships that are coming out, including Explora 2, which is part of MSC's luxury cruise line, Explora Journeys. Now, by the way, if you're going on any of these or some of the other new cruise ships, please let me know down in the comments below which one you are most excited about. Number two, now as we look past 2024, according to Travel Weekly, we are going to see less brand new cruise ships, and we're going to start to see more refurbishments and refitting of some of those older cruise ships. Now, we still do have brand new cruise ships coming out for 2025. In fact, there are 20 that are supposed to come out, but there are only 9 that are apparently on order for 2026. Now, some of the things that cruise lines can refurbish include adding restaurants onto their cruise ships, which of course are a bit of a moneymaker. But besides that, there are some things that I think guests are really going to like. Now, Holland America says that they're going to be refitting some of their cruise ships with libraries, that some of them were converted to technology areas in the past, so they are bringing those back. Now, Norwegian Cruise Line is actually on Norwegian Joy. They're changing their virtual reality complex to a spa thermal suite, and they're expanding the adults-only vibe area. Now, according to Travel Weekly, a mega cruise ship costs approximately $2 billion. And of course, renovating and retrofitting older ships costs much less. Private island destinations continue to gain popularity. Now, we know this with Royal Caribbean's Perfect Day in Coco Cay. That really is a destination unto itself and is really one of the most searched and most sought after cruise destinations for passengers. But beyond that, we have 2 new private island destinations, including Carnival's Celebration Key, which should be out in 2025, and Disney Cruise Line's Lighthouse Point, which should be ready in summer 2024. Now, we often hear about the popularity of longer cruises, and we will talk about that in this video, but did you know that short cruises are actually on the rise? And not only are they on the rise, but we have Royal Caribbean that is having Utopia of the Seas, which is a brand new cruise ship that is coming out. That is going to be sailing 3 and 4 night sailings from Port Canaveral, including, of course, Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And one of the things that Royal Caribbean says is that those shorter cruises really do give new cruisers a chance to try cruising out. If they like it, they're going to stick with it. They're going to do longer sailings, of course, but there are other reasons that short cruises work for people too, including the vacation time and even the price point. Now, this is pretty newsworthy, as years ago, those short sailings often had those older cruise ships, and this is definitely a big change. Please let me know if you ever go on any of those shorter cruises and what you think. Now, in contrast to those shorter cruises, we're also seeing people that are very interested in longer cruises, in destination-focused cruises, and in immersion focused cruises where really they get to see the local culture, they get to travel longer, and even that they have longer days in port. Now we can see this by the popularity of Royal Caribbean's Ultimate World Cruise. It's definitely making a buzz, and this is not just popular with cruisers who've cruised for a long time, but even people that are new to cruising. Now, while not everybody has the time in their life to be able to take an Ultimate World Cruise or a world cruise at all, those longer cruises really are popular with those that want to travel. And we are seeing that cruise lines are giving us longer days in port and overnights, in particular when sailing in Europe. Solo cruising, solo travel in general, really has become popular in recent years, and cruising is no exception. But finally, we are having cruise lines that are really noticing this. We have Norwegian Cruise Line that is adding an additional 1,000 solo cabins to their fleet. And we also have other cruise lines, including Celebrity, Holland America, and Princess, that have added new solo cabins to their new cruise ships. 5G cell phone coverage on cruise ships. Now, I think that this is a story that really went under the radar this year, but I think potentially this is going to be very good for cruises, at least in the future. Now, Carnival, that is the cruise line so far that is doing this on Carnival Jubilee, their newest cruise ship that is coming out in 2024. They are going to have 5G cell phone coverage on this cruise ship, and they're going to be rolling that out across the fleet. Now, this of course is going to come with a cost, and you'll have to check with your cell phone carrier to see the coverage that you have available. Cruise pricing. Now, I think we all know that the prices of cruises have gone up over the last couple of years. However, let's talk about the price gap between land and cruise travel. Apparently, that gap is actually getting a little bit smaller. It was definitely wider before. However, I can attest personally to the fact that land travel is definitely more expensive than cruise travel. Even now, I am spending 2 weeks in Florida before my cruise, and I can tell you it is significantly more to stay at a hotel, even a reasonably priced hotel, go out to eat, do all of the activities. I'm definitely looking forward to saving a little bit of money when I'm on my cruise. Gastronomy and better dining. Now, we're seeing cruise lines that are partnering with celebrity or renowned chefs to really have better dining experiences on board. Now, this is from everything from the main dining room and included main dining options to specialty restaurants, and as well, it has to do also with even the sourcing of the food, the presentation. Now, as an example, Holland America recently announced a partnership with renowned Japanese Chef Morimoto, and across the fleet there has been a focus on sourcing fish globally. Who is cruising? Well, of course, a lot of people are cruising, but we are still seeing a lot of interest from first-time cruisers. There's a lot of buzz and a lot of curiosity for people who have never cruised before and now say that they are going to in 2024 and beyond. Now, beyond that, we're also seeing a lot of group travel. So a lot of people planning reunions, multi-generational travel, and even weddings at sea. Well, there you go. Those are some of the biggest trends that we are seeing for cruising in 2024. Now, what do you think? What are your predictions for cruising in 2024 and beyond? Please let me know down in the comments below. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.